Good morning. Happy, happy Monday. So we have a full body strength today. You need a bunch of dumbbells, a leg band for one section we're going to do for legs. And it's going to be pretty much all strength. And your heart rate will go up with some of the compound moves. So let's get going. All right, hopefully the music sounds good. I'm just going to get my band out. All right, I have a medium tension band and it does have the grippies in, but if you have the rubbery one, you can use that too. I have everything from 5s to 17 and a half in terms of weight. And we're going to get started. I may have to run down and get my water bottle after the warm-up. I just realized I don't have it. It's like my security blanket. All right, let's turn on our fitness trackers for functional strength training or weight training, and let's get warm. Nice big deep breath up. Exhale. So we want to think nice big deep breaths in and out. Good. All the way into the rib cage, 360 breathing into that side body, into your back. Pulling the core nice and strong. Good. Hold it here. We're going to squat and reach. Hey, R1. Full body strength today with a leg band and a bunch of weights. Good. So just getting nice and warm. Good. You don't have to go too low right now. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Hold the arms up and then just reach it right and left. Get a little side stretch here. Good. I have my feet a little wider than hip distance. Good. And now we're going to bring both hands together at the top and squat with a little chop. I'll turn to the side. Still a squat, but a little bit more of abdominal connection here and warming up through the shoulders. Good. 4 more. 3, we're going to keep those hands together. Good. And we're going to do a halo and a squat. And when I squat, I'm just bringing the hands down to the instep. Good. Just kind of warming up through the shoulders. Good. We have an opener plank series, similar to what I do in my bar class. So it's going to be a lot of core, and it'll strengthen the shoulders. So we're going to open that and then get into our circuits. Good. And last one. Good. All right. We're just going to alternate step out lateral lunge. So we're going to step out, reach. I'm taking my time just to open up through the inner thighs. Good. Good. So we have some segments that are just going to be all legs, some that are going to be compound moves, and some sets that'll be lower body, upper body, and core. Good. 1 more. Good. All right, we're going to walk out. So we're going to roll down, walk out to a plank. Good. Hold your plank. We're going to go down dog to plank. So it's going to be our first little connection here to our core, getting a nice stretch. So you could be on the elbows here if you didn't like being on the hands. Going nice and slow. Good. And we're going to walk it back in. So start walking in. Roll it up. Open the chest. Roll back down. Come back out to your plank. The next one is going to be an alternating runner's lunge. So we hold, bring it back to plank, hold. If you want to do a little hand release there, you can. I don't want these to be too quick. I want you to feel that stretch too. Open up. Good. Breathing. using that core to get the knee and the leg forward. If you need to hold on to the foot or move it forward manually, you can do that. One more each side. Good. And then we're going to walk it back in. Roll it up. Good. We're going to come down again. Roll it down, walk it out. Now we're going to find down dog. Hold it here. We're going to find three-legged dog. Bring your right leg up, bring your knee in, and just keep going with that. So we go three-legged dog to knee in. And I want you to think of that core connection. We're kind of out of the warm-up now into the work. You want to bring that knee in. Think of the low abs. Good. Get a nice stretch there. One more. Come back to your plank. Walk it in. These are kind of adding up now. I'm feeling my shoulders. And roll it down. Beautiful sky today. I just looked out of my top window and just saw a beautiful sky. Beautiful Monday. All right. Find your down dog. We're going to take that left leg up and bring that knee in. So usually when I teach my bar class, I start out with a plank series. Then we do some standing bar and then some moves on the floor, a little bit more Pilates based. So I figured, why don't we start our strength class with a little of this? Nice little stretch for the calf. Good. Two more. Notice if one side feels a little tighter, and bring it in, and then walk it back. Roll it up. Ooh, I'm going to take my time on this roll up. Shoulders need a break. All right, bring it down again. Find your down dog. Good. And just hold it there. Breathe. We're going to go down dog to knee hover. It's our next little section here. If you need to tap the knees down or you want to bring the knees down for a second and then come up, you can. I'm going to find that bear plank. Maybe the shoulders are getting warmer. Maybe you're feeling it more through the feet and the ankles, the quads. Good. Now just hold the hover for 8. Ooh. Abs are in and up. Come down to all fours. Sit back into your child's pose. Nice job. Come into a little up dog if you want. Or, if you prefer, you can be in a little cobra, whichever one gives you the best back extension. Good. Come on up to all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to go alternating bird dog with a press out to the side. So you're going to bring your right arm in front, left leg back. Right arm goes to the right, left foot goes to the left or left leg, and bring it in. These are super slow. I'm going to find that imbalance. And really extend out nice and long. I prefer your palm in, thumb up. It's great for the pelvic floor. Great for the posture. So you want to make sure you lift that arm out nice and long in front. The longer you can pull away from that center, the better. Ooh. Feel the glutes. One more each side. Definitely a 4 count move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Sit back into your child's pose. All right, come into your plank, walk it in. Very functional work here. Roll it up. One more little thing to do. Roll it down. Walk it to your plank. Find your plank. All right, we're going to listen up for this one. We're going to bring our right foot toe in like you're in a half bear. Drive the left knee in and do the other side. So it's step, knee, back, back, tap, knee. And you can go at your own pace once you get it going. You can feel your quads. Good. One of my favorite moves. So you want to make sure that your knee isn't too high off the floor. You're really hovering. Ooh. Giving those shoulders a run for their money this morning in the core. 3, 2, 1. And down dog. Ooh. Walk it in. Roll it up. All the way up. Little arm circle. Grab a drink. Like I said, I need to run down and get my water. So talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to get my water. I'll be right back. All right. Hopefully you use your time wisely. Maybe you're checking an email. Give the shoulders a little stretch. Woo. All right. All right, we're going to put the band on. So we're not repeating any of these moves. So we're going to put the band above the knees. If you don't have one, no big deal. This is going to be all about the legs. So the first one, you're going to have your 2 weights, 1 weight in each hand, suitcase squat. And you're going to come up on the toes, okay? So make sure you have a little press out on the band for this one. And make sure, you're a good distance apart. I'm going to go with 15s on this one. All right. This is 45 seconds of work. Ready? Here we go. Down, up to the toes. So you can come up as you come out of the squat or wait till you stand and come up on the toes. If that bothers you for some reason, you can just kind of keep the heels down, but keep that chest up on your squat. Keep pushing against the band. If you need to make any adjustments, taking the feet wider. As long as your knees are over your heels, that's what you're looking for. Ten seconds. Felt like I dropped my chest on that one. Cheated it a little. One more. And put the weights down. Good. All right. We're going to stay low in a squat and tap out, alternating. So one heel is down, one toe goes to the side. And these are nice and slow. Here we go, 45 seconds. Because you want to feel that outer thigh. Good, hands at your heart. Good, and you want to make sure, keep going, that you're not letting the shoulders round. Especially, if you had a weight in your hand, you don't want that to happen. And really push into one heel as you extend out. Good. Almost there. Good, last one. And bring it up, good. Next one, We have one squat, put the weight down, jump. One squat with a weight, one squat without. So you can have your weight like that. It's probably not going to stay. So we're going to squat, pick it up, squat, jump. If you don't want to jump, just do a pulse, okay? All right. Then we move on. All right. So we squat, stand, put it down, jump. Little leg power. These are not quick because I want you to find the bottom of that squat. I have a 15-pound weight. You want to be careful to not extend the spine at the top. Push out against that band. Now, if you didn't want to jump, you could go squat to toes. We're just doing extra pulse. The spine nice and long. Really jump into the squat because that's our focus right now. Last one. Time. Ooh, take the band off. I don't think I've ever done that one with a banded squat. Definitely felt it. All right. Ooh, all right. We have a wide plie squat. Pulse for 3. And up. Working a little bit more inner thigh. It is a plie with your tailbone down, knees open. So you can do it with one weight or 2 weights up at your chest. And then we have a bicep move. Okay. I'm going to take 2 12s. The 12-pound weights are back. All right. So I'm going to be here just to show nice and wide. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, up. Notice that rib to hip connection. It's like an elevator. You want to think about going down, really contracting through the abs, so not collapsing. Ooh. Good, feeling a little bit more inner thigh and quad. Those quads are warm from what we did before. Ooh. Almost there. Don't let the weights pull you forward. And come up. Ooh. All right, next one. Now you should have felt a little bit of an isometric in the bicep. We have a step out wide bicep curl. So my feet are here. I'm going to step out. It's not a squat. You're just challenging the core there. It's also not that. We're really just stepping out. All the way down, all the way up. Okay, go to that as far down as you can, not locking the elbows, but getting that extension. I'm going to go 15s here. And then we're going to put legs and upper body together. Ready? Here we go. 45 seconds. Now the elbow is next to the body. It's not jammed into the ribs because you don't want to feel tight in the upper body, but they are in close. Ooh, feeling it this morning. Keep the wrist straight. This one's a lot about grip strength too. Sometimes your bicep might be strong enough, but maybe your hand or wrist isn't. So work on that grip strength. Grab those heavier weights. Start walking around your house. Or target if you don't have weights. Last one. Ooh. Ooh, put it down. Ooh, all right. All right, we're going to go back to that wide squat. Okay, we're going to go wide squat, hammer, stand. Okay, we're not doing anything like an upright row or anything, just focusing on the bicep. If you want to stand and do a curl, you can. Okay, I'm going to keep with the 15s. All right, so grab them, wide squat, that plie squat. Here we go. Now I have 15, so I'm not going to do a curl at the top. I'm going to stay nice and lifted here. A little different of a curl. We did a wide curl. We did a palm up. I'm going to have to go lighter. Woo! I don't know if I can make it. Stay in control. Brace that core. It does help. Ooh. 5 seconds. I don't know if I'm going to make it. And put it down. Whew. All right. Get a quick drink. We're moving on. Take a quick stretch for your biceps. They not only got, work in with the weights, but you were in a plank for a long time. You were also holding the weights here for your plie squat. So it all adds up. All right, we have a deadlift, and I'm going to put my toes up for the deadlift. So I'm going to use my 5-pound weights. You can use any smaller weight. You want something that's small in the middle. So I'm going to have my toes up. You don't have to, but I do feel it just gives me a better response through my hamstrings and glutes. Remember, when you're doing a deadlift, it is here. It's not about this. It's not about going to your feet. If you go to your feet with a straight back, perfectly okay, okay? Everybody's going to be different with their flexibility, okay? I am going to go 15s for this one too. All right. Ready? Make sure your arms stay close to the body. Here we go. Again, on this one, you want to make sure you're not overextending the spine. You don't want to lean back. Ooh, squeeze. Squeezing the glutes. If we're going at different paces, that's okay. I feel like I could go a little heavier here, but I'm not going to stop now. I'm going to finish it out. Almost there. So another way you can get volume if you don't have your heaviest weights, do a little half at the bottom, okay? And then come up and finish. So that's a little quick tip. If you feel like, oh, I could have gone heavier, or you don't have heavier weights, you can get a little extra volume there. All right, we have a bent over row, and it's going to be narrow, palms in, to wide, palms back. Okay, so we're going to be in that bent over position, narrow to wide, okay? So I'm going to stick with 15s for this one too, because that wide one gets me, because you come out a little bit wider. All right. Whew. All right, find that position. Here we go. One narrow, one wide. There's no momentum, there's no movement of the back. Nice neutral gaze. And squeeze. And think about the back lifting the weights. You got this. Getting stronger every day, right? Ooh, your abs are working hard here too. Legs, low back. Good. One more. Nice. And come up. All right. We're going to put those two together. I'm going to let you pick the row you want. You can do the wide row, which might work better, because when I do my deadlift, my palms face my legs, some people like to have them facing in. I'm going to get a little heavier here. So we have a dead row. Ooh. All right. I'm going to elevate the toes again. Ready? Here we go. So you want to make sure your back stays in one position for the row. Make sure you're solid before you come up and find that hinge. Work in the back of the body and posterior chain work. Woo. Want to keep that back nice and straight. Pull with the back. Ooh, 5 seconds. And come up. All right, recover. Whew. All right. Stretch out anything that feels tight, including your grip strength. Sometimes those heavier dumbbells can get you. All right, we are staying up for this one. This one's a little leg combo. All right. Okay, we have a step out lateral lunge. Your weight is going to be in this hand. We go here, we switch it for a narrow squat. Okay, just to the right, okay? So step out lateral lunge with a narrow squat, not too narrow, with a little hand switch. It's more of like a sumo squat, so you don't want to come in too narrow. I'm going to try to come out a little wider. All right, ready? We're going to step out this way. Here we go. And then we switch. So you're going to definitely feel inner thigh. I like the hand switch, but you don't have to do it. You could keep both hands on. I find, though, my back rounds when I do that. I'm trying to put the weight to that instep, right where you want to feel it. Good, abs are tight. Heels are down. Last one. And recover. Ooh, all right. Before we go to the other side, we're going to work the shoulders. Okay, so we have around the world. We're going to have one here, one all the way up. Okay, so the palms are forward, 1/2 to 1 whole. Okay? If you don't want to go whole, just stay with the half. I'm going to go 8s here. Ooh. Abs are tight. Squeeze the glutes. Here we go. Half. So I'm making a little circle. You want to be able to control the weights you have. So I usually go a little lighter on this. Make sure the body isn't doing this to help you. If that's happening, try to correct it. And if not, go lighter. Woo! Just a different way to do a lateral raise. It's a good one to do with the palms facing front. Last one, bring it down slow and recover. All right, we're going to go back to that lateral lunge on this side now. Lateral to squat. I have a 17.5. It feels good. All right. Ready? Here we go. So it's definitely not quick and not to the beat. My foot's coming in too narrow. I'm gonna try to keep it a little wider. There we go. Notice if one inner thigh is stronger on the transfer. Good. Feeling a little bit more. Left leg now. Ooh, I forgot to switch. Last one. And recover. Ooh. All right. I'm going to go a little lighter for our shoulder exercise. I'm going to go out, in, down, out, in, down. So a little out to the side, in, a little bit more time under tension. So I'm going to hold, I'm going to try 6 pounds. I don't have 6-pound weights, so I'm using a 4 and a 2. All right, abs are engaged, glutes are engaged, out to the side. Again, that little extra time under tension might warrant lighter weights. Good. Our next move is going to be a core move, but it's going to incorporate a little bit of rear delt. Okay, so we'll be down on the floor for that one. So like I said, some of these combinations are going to be lower body, upper body, core. Ooh. You don't want to rush it. If you need a shoulder roll, a little break in between, go ahead. 5 seconds. And recover. Woo. All right. We're going to come down. We're going to be on all fours. Okay. We're going to take a weight in our left hand. And I think I'm going to go with a 5. You can have the other weight in your under the right hand just for balance. We're going to take our right leg, extend it, and we're going to take that leg, just like we did in that plank series. Instead of up and down, we're going to bring that leg out and in. So the arm goes this way, the leg goes that way, okay? Little core challenge there, little pelvic floor, rear delt. So right leg up. Take that left hand off the floor. Here we go. Now this is not a lateral raise. It's more of a rear delt fly. So, definitely harder. And you want to keep your spine neutral. I'm going to do this from the front just so you can see. It's like making a little X pattern. Ooh, don't hit anything. There you go. Bring it down with control. Almost there. Last one. Ooh. So when we're in that position, we're hitting rear delt. All right, we're going to do the other side. Make sure on this one you take your shoulders away from your ears. Sometimes I see this. So just regroup. Even if you need to come and do one cat and cow, you can skip a rep, okay? I give you permission to do that. Left leg out, right hand up. Slight bend in that right arm. Now you don't need this hand to come under the body. Just like when we do lateral or rear delt fly here, we don't need to come in. We're just coming right below the shoulder, okay? Those little nuance moves make a big difference. I think it gives you a better core connection. And think of the rear delt doing this move. That'll help you connect to that a little more. You should be really feeling your leg, your glute, inner and outer thigh, and most importantly, your core. Ooh. Reach to the crown of the head. Of course, you can always just keep the leg lifted. Oh, one more. Come down slow and bring it in. So as best you can, you're trying to move in opposition. Take a child's pose. At the same time, I know it's hard. So one arm is going one way, the leg is going the other way. All right, we're gonna be on our back. All right. So we're gonna go glute bridges, weighted glute bridges. If you want to put your band on, you can. You can use band and weight, or just band. Choices, choices, choices. You know, any given day you might feel stronger, you know? It's Monday. So sometimes Mondays you have to give yourself a little grace. Okay, so I'm gonna go weight on my hip. Put a towel there. We're gonna go up, halfway, up and down. And this one, you're gonna have your feet, you know, they can be wider, okay? Because you wanna stretch the band, but you don't wanna be out, okay? Whew. All right, head is down. Stretch the band if you have it. Here we go. Up, halfway, up, all the way. And when I say all the way, I don't mean all the way to the ground. Stretch on the band. It's like a double whammy with the weight. But make sure when you're holding a weight that you're not holding any tightness here. I see that a lot. Just like maybe take the elbows out. Ooh. It's harder with that band on. And if you don't have a heavy weight, you can hold one weight on each hip bone. That's fine too. Ooh. All right, think about your abs here. And you want to keep the glutes tight, even on the way down. So brace through that core, come up just to the shoulder blades, no higher. That extra time under tension, really push out on the band, come on. Ooh. One more, my heart rate is way up there. And bring it down. Ooh, all right, nice job. All right, from here, I'm gonna keep the band on. We are going narrow chest press to wide, okay? So narrow would be here, wide is here. If you don't have heavy weights and or you want to go a little lighter, you can do a narrow press to a chest fly, but I wouldn't go with my heaviest weight for that one. So I'm going to go narrow to chest press, and I'm going to hold the glute bridge this time. All right. Actually, no. Let's do the narrow chest press to the wide chest press, just holding the feet down, and then we'll combine it. We'll do it one more time with the glute bridge. That way you get a double whammy on the chest. All right. Fair, 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 fair. So that way you can do, you can do that chest fly in the second round if you want. All right. Everything's down, palms facing each other. Ready? Here we go. Narrow. Then I'm going to go wide. So right now I have 17.5 in each hand. I would never do a chest fly with this weight. Maybe I'll get up to it someday. But if I was going to do a narrow press to a chest fly, I'd probably use 15s or maybe 12s. And the chest press, because you're bending the elbows, you can usually go a little heavier. So you want to make sure you're nice and wide. Elbows kind of kiss the rib cage. I love a narrow chest press. It gets the front of the shoulder too. Got a lot of shoulder work in today. One more. And recover. Ooh, bring it in. All right, so now your pick, whether you want to do that again, holding the glute bridge, or do a narrow chest, narrow press to a chest fly. I'm going to stay with these and just hold the glute bridge, just to get a little extra overload. Alrighty. Okay, let's do it. It's fun with the band. All right. Whew. Find your glute bridge. Ready, and go. Have to work a little bit harder in your core to hold that glute bridge, and getting extra time under tension on the glutes and the hamstrings. Push your feet into the floor. If you need to make any adjustments, go ahead. I'm going to bring my feet in a little bit more. Ooh. These narrow chest presses are getting me today. Working on grip strength. Ooh, one more. And bring it in. Ooh. All right, take the band off. Nice job. Let's give the chest a nice little stretch. So any way you like, you can have your hands behind and open the chest that way. All right, we're going to do a little bonus move for the hamstring. We don't usually do this one. You don't need any equipment. And you're going to have your legs out a little further, okay? And you're going to do a glute bridge, not as high in this position, okay? You're going to definitely feel your hamstrings a little more, and you can make adjustments. You can always go out and in. This is kind of like a good spot for me to start. Ready? Hands are down, but you're not pushing. Just feeling it in the hamstrings a little more. So just up and down. Again, you're not going to be as high. And if you're not feeling it, maybe walk the feet out a little bit more. And go out a little bit more, even just a little bit. Really feel it. Definitely working core here. You can bring your hands up if you want, but if that's just too much, let's put them down. I am feeling my hamstrings burning. I'm coming in a little bit. Ooh. So just see, where that spot is that like maybe you're trying to get to. Straighter the legs, harder it is. Last one. Ooh. Stretch the hamstrings. Oh, those are always so hard for me. All right, we're going to come to legs out. Take a deep breath and hinge forward. And then put your hands down here so you're not here. Okay, let's try it again. Inhale, hinge, reach, 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 and then hands down. You can also touch your toes, but you want to keep your back nice and straight. And that nice stretch in the hamstring. But you can definitely touch your toes, just don't collapse. And release it. Ooh. All right. How are we doing? All right, we're going to come back up. All right. Come on up. I have so many weights here. What a mess. All right. We're going to hit the triceps and legs. So the first one is going to be an alternating low hinge lunge, okay? When you lunge, you're gonna be hinged over. So it's here, come up here. Now you can bend the knee. The back knee might bend, it might be straighter. When I use my gliders, it's straighter, but I'm probably gonna bend, and we're gonna pass the weight, okay? Feet are on that railroad track, and then we're gonna hit the triceps. All right, I'm gonna use a 17. So I like to call this one low hinge lunge, pass. All right, so I have my weight in my right hand. You can tap it down. You can also do like a warrior lunge, okay? See how my back leg is straight? You can do that one too. I feel that's a good option. It's a little harder, I feel, on the glutes because you're kind of like pulling up like a deadlift. So whichever one you like. I like that one. I do this one with my glider, so you can do this one with a glider too, if you have a glider near you. Hitting the glutes, hammies. Just want to keep that back nice and straight. One more. Ooh, it's like you're digging out of a ditch to come up. Ooh. All right. We're going to take right leg forward, weight in your left hand, and we're going to stay in that warrior kind of lunge position and do a single arm kickback to keep time under tension under the legs. Ooh, it's our last little section here. All right, I'm going to go with a 12. See how that goes. All right, so I'm going to have weight in one hand, opposite leg forward. You're going to have the back leg is straight, okay? So you're hinged like here. You're not up here, okay? And we're going to row. Here we go. Kick back. It's a lot of pressure on this leg. So if you need to, you can hold onto a wall. It allows you to maybe go a little heavier with a single. Just going to show you from this end. Ooh. Another thing you want to watch out for, keep going, is that you don't want to have this foot down. You want to be as much up on that toe as possible. You're almost there. I know, it's a killer. Last one. Ooh. Oh. We're going to go to the other side. Now we're working the core on all these moves. So when we did that bird dog with the single arm rear delt fly, a lot of core. All right, ready? Find that spot, do one row. Here we go. So again, you can hold on to something. Make sure you're on that railroad track. Now what am I not doing? I'll show you. Okay, it's a small, teeny tiny bend. Not that you were doing it, I was just showing. That's what I see a lot of. I'm feeling it. Great for your balance too. If you're a little bit more wobbly on one side, that's normal. Pull the abdominals in and up. Ooh. Keep pushing to that front heel. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. If you drop your head, sometimes we start to round. We don't want to do that. Last one. Oh, put it down. Oh. All right. We're going to have one more core move on the ground. Oh. All right. We're going to do a pullover crunch, okay? If you want to do a skull crusher crunch, you can do that. but I figured we didn't really work the back as much. It's our last move. So I'm going to take one weight and I'm going to hold it like this because I like to hold it like this. So I'm going to bring the weight up, legs in tabletop. I'm going to pull over and crunch. Okay, option, when you're pulling over, one or both legs can go out. Keep going. I know the music went bye-bye. Keep going. That's okay. Last move. We almost made it. So if you wanted to, you could make this more of a skull crusher. So maybe you do a skull crusher and a crunch if you wanted more tricep today. And you can do the full tuck. Keep your hips down. Sometimes we do that one with a reverse curl, but today we're keeping that tailbone heavy. My mic does not like this move. Last one. And recover. Good. Ooh, all right. I'm going to put some nice cool down music on. While I do that, you're going to find a puppy dog pose with your hips up and just reach away and feel that beautiful stretch in the front of the shoulder, the chest. Whew. All right. Oh, I love this album. I've been using it on overdrive in all my classes, my Pilates and mobility. It's a good one. All right, come on up to all fours. Give me a little cat and cow. I think it's so important to stretch these muscles out after a workout. Helps you with your recovery. Good. And come up to neutral. Good. We're going to just do a couple of thread the needles here. So hips go back a smidge. Bring one arm up. Thread it under. Come up. Switch sides. We are going to be doing a little bit more static stretching, but I just want to get a touch of mobility in. Let's do one more on each side. Nice. Ooh. And bring it down. Good. Take one leg forward. Doesn't matter which one. And just tuck that tailbone. I'm going to stretch out the hip flexor and the hamstring here. All right, so tuck the hips under, hold here, and bring that same arm that's back up. You can lean back. Feel that nice stretch through the hip flexor. You can take both arms up. You can take a little side bend away from this side if you like. And you can do that here as well. And release it. We're going to take this foot forward and stretch your hamstring. The nice thing is you can put a block here and here, or just bring your hands to the floor. Chest to thigh. And release it. And we're going to switch. Other foot comes forward. Just tuck that tailbone a few times here. A little posterior and anterior tilt, and then hold it so you're tilted. Get that pelvis back. Bring that arm up. Again, you can take a side bend. And even though we're not stretching for long, go as deep as you can with your exhale. And bring it down. Bring that foot forward. Come to your hamstring stretch. And what you want to think is lengthening this muscle here. So sometimes when we do this, Yeah, you might feel your hamstring a little bit, but you want to think lengthening. So that's why those blocks are great. And you just kind of keep hinging. You can really feel that stretch through the hamstring. All right, come to all fours, or actually a prone position. I'm gonna have to do it this way. We're gonna go right into scorpion. We didn't get to it the other day. All right, so you're gonna have your right arm out to the side, turn the other way, and bring that foot up and over. Head is on the floor. This shoulder's getting a nice stretch. This hip is getting a nice opener here. Other side. I have so many dumbbells in the way. Head goes the other way. Now you might be more open on one side, that's normal. Your whole foot might be on the floor, your foot might be here, or maybe part of your foot. And come back to center. All right, come into a nice little cobra here, right here. So good for your spine. All right. Bring your chest down, bring your arms up to your side, and we're just gonna lift the chest and then just reach and reach. And your eyes can kind of follow as you twist. This is more of a strengthening move than a stretch, but why not? And last one. Come on back to a child's pose. And bring it to all fours. We're going to curl the toes under. Really pull the abdominals in and up as you come up into your down dog. Now this time you can pedal the feet. We were in down dog a lot today. But ideally in down dog, you want to be able to find a position where you can really find that length up the back of the body and almost get yourself into that plank, okay? So your hands and feet are already in that position. So many times I see people here and it's too short for maybe where they need to be. So I always say come to a plank and then see if you can find that plank down dog position. Walk it in and roll it up. You can spend a little bit more time in that ragdoll position if you want. And big deep breath. Bring all that good energy in, and I will see you next time. Have a great day, everybody.